what's up? It's your girl Egavas, and you were tuned in for Savage Talk. So today I have a guest that traveled from New York, and his name is Soprano Major. I'm going to let him chime in and tell him exactly what part of New York he's from and what he has going on.
Um, how y'all doing, man? I'm from Poughkeepsie, New York. That's upstate. It's like 45 minutes from like the Bronx city area. Um, yeah, I do R&B music. I do a little bit of everything. I write, rap a little bit, uh, R&B. And like you said, I'm coming from Poughkeepsie, so that's a little bit about me for right now.
Okay, so
Wait, I gotta
Poughkeepsie
chime in real quick. I'm sorry. Wait, when he said Bree, when he said R&B, did you get that vibe?
R&B.
Yeah, that threw me off
I mean,
guard.
when I heard his song, that's when
Oh,
I
I didn't do my research like that. I'm saying
But
just
but
based
then
off like
but no lie, when I heard the song, then I'm like, okay, but he gives off rapper vibes, so that's why
yes,
I was gonna ask, like, do you dabble in? But you just said you do a little bit of rap,
hmm
but like you definitely give off like rapper vibes. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, I heard the R&B. So explain about the rap. Like, how long have you been doing that? And obviously, you prefer R&B over rap, since that's what
It's
you.
not that I prefer it. It's like it's more of a. I guess I'll tell you like the short story. So when I first started doing music, I had got in trouble in school, and my mom's basically took me to Virginia Beach. That's where my uncle lives. He was in the Navy. There's a naval base down there in Virginia Beach. So basically, that was like my little punishment for getting in trouble.
Mm.
Even though it sounds like it's cool because it's Virginia Beach, like
I was gonna say, sound like a vacation.
nah, it wasn't though. Because he, like I said, he Navy and all that stuff. His wife at the time was in the Navy too. So for like the first 2 days, it was like real strict, getting up at like 5 o'clock, stuff like that. Yeah, take me to go see the Navy base, having me do like workout and do whatever he's doing. And then like after like the second to third day, maybe because we were always close. Like when I was growing up, me and my uncle. So he took me, like I said, to the naval base a couple times. Then he took me to like the studio,
Mhm.
and he said you can make money the rest of your life doing one of two. I'll help you out with either one you want to do, but one is harder than the other. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, and make the decision for yourself. So when you're young, you're seeing people in the army and having to go do this and having to do that, even the Navy, any armed forces, for that matter. But then when you see the TV and you see the flashing lights and all that other stuff, so I thought that was easier. So that's why I chose the music.
Yeah.
Turned out to be way harder. But he's been helping me out. So the rapping thing, I was always rapping. That's what I like to do. But the singing really came from I was in the choir around the times I was getting in trouble again too. Um, this is a little bit earlier on, so the place in Poughkeepsie where we were at, she basically took me to the church and it's like, yeah, you just gonna sing. We're not having you. I had to go to an after school program because I was getting in trouble so much. So it's after school program, boys choir. I played the violin. I actually did like playing the violin. I took that up in school, elementary school till ninth grade. So it was practice the violin, after school, and then the church. So that's the church is really how I got into singing. Um, and then I just found out that I could do both. I don't need somebody to sing on a song. That saves me less. I mean, that saves me more money in the long run, and I can actually sing. So it just helps it out.
Okay. I did violin too when I was in elementary school, but it only lasted about 2 years.
Nah, violent
So
fire.
no, it was fun but then I started looking at all the other instruments. I was like, damn, I wish I should have did that or I should have did that, and
That's
then
fact.
I just stopped doing it once I went to middle school. I was just
That's
like, it's not cool.
Nah, what it really is like because I wanted to play the trumpet, but everybody was like playing the trumpet. Everybody's playing like all the bass instruments. So it was only like a couple of us left in school. I still remember it like, okay, I'm about to just start making a new trend. Me, my friends, two of us, we about to just go play the violin. And that's how it was until I had moved schools. Then I went to a different school district, still play violin. Then I went to high school, play violin my first year of high school, then I quit.
Okay, so growing up in Poughkeepsie, like, what kind of trouble could you have gotten yourself into that made your mom think like bringing you down to Virginia would help, and did it help?
Um, to answer the second part of the question, it did. Uh, just any type of trouble that I can get into, like just going outside, making trouble, just anything. When you're young, you feel like you can do it all. I'm jumping over fences. I'm vandalizing cars with my friends, my cousins. We staying out a little bit later than we should. But that's when I was in Poughkeepsie. That's really when I was doing that. I was a little bit younger. When I had said previously that I moved school districts, I
Mm-hmm.
went to a place called Arlington.
Okay.
Now Arlington is like on the outskirts of Poughkeepsie. I guess you would say it's like the next town over. A little bit more suburban. Definitely like a whole 180 from the school that I went to, where I ended up being a minority in most of my classes.
Mm.
So that was a little bit different. And then, like you're saying, that's the second time when I was getting in trouble was over there. So I think that she wanted to kind of make a bigger statement, try to get me to stay out of that, especially being around those type of, that different scene. So it definitely helped me out though, because he's stern. He still is a big influence in my life today. If I need a question, he asks. If I have a question, he answers it. Um, but other than that, it's like trouble wise, just regular kid trouble when you're younger, and then as I was getting older, just staying out too late. Not going to school, cutting classes, doing stuff like that.
Okay, so in the school that you were going to in Arlington, there wasn't a lot of like black people there, what you're
Nah.
saying, right? So for the parents that are looking to, get their kids and put them in a suburban area where there's like a small minority in there,
Hmm.
how do you think that would affect or how did it affect you actually? And maybe you could share some advice to the parents that are thinking about doing that switch.
I was mad. I was tight. We can curse on here.
Yeah.
I was mad as hell, even though it's not really a bad word, but I was mad as hell. Like, cause you gotta think about it. Like, you growing up with all your friends, and then all of a sudden you forced to go. Like I said, and it's a complete 180 to where like in Poughkeepsie we might have 3 to 5 white kids in the class, some Latino, some whatever. But Arlington, I remember 8th grade, me being literally the only black person in some of my classes, and like I didn't talk to nobody for half of the year
Yeah.
until I actually got more black friends. Um, and what helped me like come out of my shell a little bit more is the assistant principal had got fired. I don't know for what. So the new assistant principal, I think he was from the city. I don't know which part. But him being around that type of environment helped me to, open up to everything that was around me. And I would say for the people, excuse me, I would say for the parents that actually do want to do it and send their kids there, I would say that it is a good opportunity though, because I learned more about the world uh, than I learned more about the world than I did all my years in Poughkeepsie, just by being around different people, white, black, Spanish, Serbian, Arabic. You just learn so much because it's not just white people in there. I don't want to make it sound like too crazy, but at times it's wild. You do get called the N word and in the
I was about to
hallways
ask you that next.
yeah,
Yeah.
nah. You do get called the N word. I got expelled for about to not expelled. I got suspended because I was about to fight. Um, and one of the white boys had called me the N word. You feel me? But it was, I guess, wrong place, wrong time, quote unquote, for me to do what I did. So I ended up getting suspended. One of my other friends, three of them actually, they're all brothers. One of them got spit on and called the N word, and they just jumped him. All three of the brothers jumped him, and they were the ones that got expelled. And boy, he didn't get no problems. So that was like
Wow.
the huge negative about it is just that you got to really kind of learn to intertwine with life earlier, I guess, because that's really the reality of the world that we live in, especially in some areas. So like that, you got to learn it a bit earlier. But I do have a deeper appreciation for those people though, for those people that I did have my first couple white friends. I went to their crib. They came to my crib. They seen a black Santa Claus. I seen some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, and it wasn't judgmental. It was like I'm really trying to learn about who you are as a person. So the people that I met that are like that, I'm still close to this day.
Okay.
So I always thank my moms for sending me there.
All right, that's dope. Okay, so your uncle told you either the Navy or music.
Yeah.
It was he like dabbling in music himself where
Hmm.
he okay, so is he like a singer, rapper?
Uh, he kind of did what I did. He rapped first, and then he realized like he had a good voice. He could sing. But right now he's more of like the behind the scenes guy. He does a lot of digital marketing for
Mhm.
some people on like not the A tier list level, but like B, C tier list level, I want to say. So that's why I said like any type of problems that I have, or if I don't know anything, I'll call him up. He'll explain it. Or if he don't have time to talk, he'll send me to somebody else, give me their number, and I'll call them. Same thing.
Okay, that's dope. So I would have chose music too because I don't know if I could do if I could do the Navy.
Nah.
I wanted to go to the Army at some point in my life, and then I was just like I was for some reason I was watching a lot of Army movies, and it was like yeah I don't think I could deal with all the like the
Yeah.
boot camp stage. Like I
Yeah.
don't mind the other stuff, but the boot camp stage like I feel like that would have broke me, and I would have been put my hands on somebody or
And I
something.
heard the boot camp is not really like that bad. Like it's because it looks crazy, like you're saying on the movies and stuff. It look
Yeah.
wild, but
Mhm.
it's those like I don't want to put business out there, but it's more of like what do you do in your spare time? Because you
Mhm.
do actually have a lot of spare time. It's like being a professional athlete or like being at the top of your game of you being a celebrity because you might have only an hour, hour and a half to do this specific thing, but then you have the rest of the day to do whatever you want to do.
Mm.
So it's really about I think discipline is the hardest thing about just doing that because a
Yeah.
lot of people done got I know like a couple people, a couple of my friends that got dishonorable discharge just from doing stuff that had nothing to do with armed forces. You being out in the clubs, being reckless, they're gonna kick you out for that. So
Mm.
it's just self control.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
something that I probably wasn't that good at back then. Cause I'm saying I passed the test and everything. I went to the place in Bridgeport that they have on Main Street. I went past the test. Then they was like, this was when I after I had my daughter, and then they asked me the question like, oh, who's gonna be responsible for her? And I was like, damn, I didn't really think about that part. I ain't think about that at all. And I'm like, I really don't want to leave my baby with nobody. Like I have
Facts
people
though.
in my life, but it's like I feel like nobody's gonna really like love on her like I would love on her. So
Nah,
I was
that's a
just like,
fact.
yeah, I changed my mind. So that's why I didn't end up going through with it.
I get that though.
Yeah. Do you have any kids?
Nah, I don't.
Okay. They're a blessing. But I would say just wait until you get where you want to get to.
Yeah, nah, I've been around. I've been around a few, and they definitely are, like you said, a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Just me personally, I just think that it has to be. I know there's never a right time,
Mm-hmm.
but um, I watched a lot of my friends grow up with no father. I watched a lot of my friends have kids and not be there for their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Partying every weekend, stuff like that. When, like you saying, you got to take care of what you got to take care of. Um, and I don't think I would respect myself if I brought a baby into the world and half-assed it.
Respect that.
Wait, you
Yeah,
said you watched a lot of your friends have kids and not be there for the kids.
yeah,
What? And you was just around them. Like, what did you say to them? What?
that's not it, bro.
Oh, you actually did say
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I don't like the one thing about me. Like, if I see it, I'ma say it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not cool, and that's why I said like that's why I brought up both of the points because especially as young black men, we, you know what I'm saying, it's always the father joke and the or you know what I'm saying, you coming from a broken home or whatever the case is. So I feel like especially if you a young black man and you have kids and you know the stigma, you know all that, you should go twice as hard for your kid. Whether you have one kid, five kids, you should
Mm-hmm.
go twice as hard for your kid because you know what you're putting them at. You know what you're putting them in as far as the situation. But I also do have friends on that on the whole other side of the spectrum that take their kids everywhere, vacation with their kids, take their kids to basketball games, football games, whatever their kids want to do, have them in activities and keep them as far away from what we grew up on as possible. And I think that's fire. So anytime I
Yeah.
see that, I'll comment or I'll write them, yo, bro, good job. I see you being a pops out here. Or, but like you said, on the other side of the spectrum, if they're not doing what they're doing, yo, bro, that's not it, bro.
So why do you think for the friends or the people that aren't in their child's life active in their child's life, like why what's keeping them from being active?
Um,
Your opinion. It hasn't doesn't have to be like specifically your friends, but just in general, like your thought process on that.
I just think a lack of responsibility, but it's like a mental thing. You have to consciously flip that switch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you're trying to make it in anything in life, you have to consciously flip that switch to say, okay, I'm gonna give whatever it is, 100 or 110% of my time, 110% of my skill, and I'm going to continue to grow and get better and get better and get better. I think a lot of people, especially nowadays, are okay doing the bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I see you every weekend. I might pick you up from school every now and then. I might get you some new clothes on a holiday or your birthday, but we're not really gonna go on no vacation. I'm not gonna really spend quality time with you. Um, the times that I could just be with you, I'm going out to the club and I'm doing certain stuff like that. Um, and that's why I said like I do make it a point to say something because that's been done to me by my pops. You know what I'm saying? You were supposed to be at the crib at a certain time. Instead, you go out. Now I'm outside till 4 in the morning. Can't get in the crib. I gotta make a decision. I either go to my friend's crib, smoke and drink, or because of where my pops used to live at, there's like a little clubhouse thing. If you know the code, you can go in there at any time, and they have one of those gyms.
Mm-hmm.
So I can either go smoke and go drink at 4 in the morning and get yelled at by the time he comes back, or he can see me in the gym when he comes back, whatever time he come back, and you know what I'm saying. I made the best out of a bad situation, and I just feel like a lot of people now they look back on their lives and say, I guess he was doing the best he could, so let me just do the best I can,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not their best at all.
Okay. So I definitely want to say major props to your mom for bringing you down to Virginia Beach to go be with your uncle and to learn and just like do that shift.
Hmm.
So now to get into the music, how like where did Soprano Major come from? Where did the name come from?
Um, I was really trying to find a name that was gonna stick. I had a lot of names throughout the years, but I was kind of trying to find a name that was gonna stick and like kind of be out there. So, um, like a lot of people, excuse me, a lot of people call me Tony. So that's where the Soprano part comes from. Tony Soprano.
Mm-hmm.
Major, my favorite song growing up. When I really got into rap, Lil Wayne was number one for me. So Lollipop was the song, and Static Major, rest in peace to him, he was on that song. So I didn't really see anybody with like Major in their name at all. So I just took the Soprano from Tony and then the Major from that, and then just put it together.
Okay. So what names didn't make the cut?
Uh, one of my first names is like Lil Taz in like elementary school. So like Lil Taz. Then it was Sarge because of the whole Navy tie-in thing. So that was cool for a minute. Um, it was a couple in between. I'm embarrassed to say, so I won't say it.
You
But
got to say at least one.
um,
At least one.
Butterscotch. That wasn't it.
Butterscotch.
Yeah, that wasn't it.
Imagine your name being Butterscotch.
They gonna think I'm
That's like
sweet.
a dancer name, like a stripper name.
Yeah, they gonna think I'm sweet. I can't have that.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. So you have your latest single is Confessions.
Yes.
So tell me about that. What inspired that song and like where did you make it and
I made it in Poughkeepsie. The inspiration that came from the song, to be honest, I take a lot of situations from a lot of different things. So a lot of times, not a lot of times, sometimes I won't write by myself, but the inspiration from this probably just came from life in general. We all get to that point where we see the first friend or the first person from our youth get married.
mm-hmm.
And they're like, all right, so who gonna be next to get married? And then, like you said about having kids, you feel me? You see the first couple people start to have kids and start to like grow a family, or you see somebody get married and divorce in a time that you haven't had kids or got married, and it's like, damn, I ain't gonna lie, it's not like that whole, family is not really everybody deserves a family, but a family is not for everybody, in my opinion. So the song really just came from like life, like if you're ever in a situation, and most of us have been, whether it's, what I'm saying, um, a guy liking a girl liking a guy, same sex, whatever it is, um, that we felt that maybe they should be with us,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe I should speak up. But if I speak up, will it ruin the friendship? If I speak up, will it ruin? So that's really where the song came from. It was like more of a mature enough to play mature enough to play the side, but still immature because I have these feelings of like I can't let you go, but mature enough to say, you know what, I'm gonna come to the wedding. But immature enough to say, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna sit front row, but I'm gonna be tight. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like trying to find a good balance with growing up. And I think especially like being in my age group, that was like a great song to start out with, especially for people. I want my songs to like from teens to 60 years old. I want everybody to be able to uh feel it. So even if you're 16, you got your first love, you might not want to tell it because you guys are so cool being friends and you think that's gonna mess it up. So even certain parts of the song you could still relate. And you 60, you probably done been through 3 or 4 of those situations. So you definitely know how it feel. If you're in your 20s and 30s, you probably been through like 1 or 2. So it's just like experience in life. But that's what I try to do on most of my songs, just get the most out of life in the song.
Okay. Yeah. So, what artist do you see yourself like working with, like, or would you like to work with in the future?
Um Wolfface Joey, he's doing his thing right now.
Wolf face Joey.
Yeah. He's doing like that sexy drill, whatever it's called. I think you would like his song. It's like upbeat. It's like happy, flowy. Wolfface Joey. Um, you watch Power?
Power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You Tariq.
Mm-hmm.
He produces most of Wolfface Joey songs.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how I found out about Wolfface Joey. The little backstory. So Wolfface Joey. Trying to think of some people that's not really that big. Cash Cobain. Him too. They kind of got the same type of sound. Um, I, I skipped to the bigger ones: Drake, Chris Brown, Mary J,
Mm.
um, Fabulous, J Songs. List goes on, but
Yeah,
just
that's
those
a
like
nice little list.
people that got a good mix of R&B and hip hop.
Okay, it's a good list. All right.
Oh, I got a question. Earlier you mentioned using the choir, right?
Yeah,
And I've heard quite a few people say they started off by being in the choir. Is there like tryouts or something for the choir? Like, how does that work?
nah, and
You just go and sing no matter how good or bad you are?
nah, cause they gonna. Alright, so it's 3 sections. So it's damn, it's the altos. I think soprano is one of them too. It's alto, soprano, and I don't know the other one. But basically, the pitch of your voice, that's where they put you at. So if you have a high pitch, you go to soprano. If you have like a medium pitch, I think you go to alto, and then like the lower pitch, like for the most of the guys and the older guys, the deep voice, you would go to that. And then that's how you would do it. And then it's like practices. So you would practice on making your voice that tone and keeping it that tone during a song. So like for a grown man, you're gonna be with most of the other grown men, and you got to learn how to have a deep singing voice. And then for some of the young boys, because they puberty didn't hit yet, so the voice is not changing, they can go to soprano or stick in alto. I was an alto because my voice is like a little medium. But yeah, it's not no tryouts though.
So even if you're terrible, you still get to join the choir.
Yeah,
Okay, and then eventually you'll just like
they
get
might put you in
better.
the back, but yeah, it's all in the name of the Lord, so they can't discriminate.
Shoot, I thought they would be a little more like judgmental. Like, nah, you can't join this choir. It sound like
Nah, you're gonna be in the back until you learn how to sing. It's
Mm.
gonna be because a lot of people do join the choir. Like a lot of older people join the choir. And then you have a lot of their kids joining the choir too. So it's like it's a big thing.
little family situation going on.
Are you so okay, using the choir, is that an indication of like are you a religious person or that's
I
not a,
believe in God.
do you go to church?
Nah,
Okay. Is any specific reason behind that?
that I don't go to church.
Right. And have you ever outside of the choir?
Yeah, I've been to church multiple times, multiple different churches. To be honest, I pray every day. So I know that's not like you either pray or you either go to church. That's not what I'm saying. But it's I don't know. I don't want to say I haven't had time. You can't say that you don't have time for the Lord, but it's just certain different churches. Yeah, and it's just like going to a club or going to a different spot. You got to make sure that church is for you. And I just haven't found any churches that around the area that I live in right now. I just haven't found any churches that speak out to me. Anytime, like especially when I got my license, if I used to drive past a church and get a feeling, I would go there on Sunday by myself. That's how I always felt about a church. Like if I just go past your church and I don't really feel nothing, there's no reason for me to be in there. But if I drive past your church and I feel something, oh yeah, I'm going there Sunday. I'm gonna say whatever I gotta say. And I think honestly too, to answer your question, um, anytime I go to church, I hear what I think I'm supposed to hear. It's always like, damn, okay, I came on a good day because Pastor talking that talk right now. So I feel like when I don't want to wait till I'm down, but like I said, like I really am. Like I pray every day. I talk to God every day. My two grandmothers passed. I talk to them every day. Uh, just thankful, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been through a whole lot. I shouldn't even be here in this chair for real, for real. Let alone doing what I'm doing. So um, I'll find time. I'll find time to go to church though. I promise you, 2 times a month.
See, I don't feel like people have to actually go to church to be like religious or spiritual. Cause
They
like
don't.
me, cause I yeah, cause me, I probably been to church 5 times in my whole life, and twice was for a wedding, and then once was for a funeral, and then other times I was just trying to make my dad happy. So, but I still consider myself a spiritual person because like I talk to God every day, I have those conversations, and I just know I feel like church is in me. Like I don't have
Yeah.
to, you know. So like wherever I'm at, that's where church is at. I mean, have praise dancing and stuff like that wherever I'm at. I don't have to be in church. And then I feel like church people, not all places, they could be very judgmental, like hypocritical, and they want to cast, judgment. It's just I don't.
Not to cut you off, that's one of the reasons why I actually did stop going to church. It was a situation that happened when my grandmother passed away. Basically, my whole family got baptized there, but when it was time for my grandmother to have her funeral service there, they denied it. And I didn't know about that until my pops was talking to somebody like late at night one night, and he was tight, like talking to spilling his feelings out to whoever he was talking to, and I just happened to come across it.
Mhm.
And that turned me off automatically. So I haven't been to that specific church for a minute.
How does that go? How does a place go about denying
You have to
denying?
be a member of the church. It's some whole like
So if I'm not a member of a church, I can't have a
you can go there your whole life, and if you're not a member of that church or you don't make your donations to that church, they will not have your funeral service there. It's a whole other side of the
that's
business to that.
crazy.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. Like I said, I found that out just being up at a random time while he's spilling his heart out to somebody,
Mhm.
and that was the first time. Like my pops was a very stern man. Like he asked me, like, "Why my face look like this?" That's I get my face from my pops, so it's like all business all the time.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so I never seen that side of him just broken,
Mhm.
and I was tight like for him that he couldn't even, you know what I'm saying? And I know he wanted to do something to that man, but you can't. He a man of the Lord, you a man of the Lord. So it's like he had to just suck it up and just try to move on as fast as he could to get her funeral service out the way.
Shit, I don't want no funeral service. Cremate mine. It's talking about you got to be a member of the
Yeah.
church. To be
Some
in the
people,
church.
yeah. Some
So
churches.
some churches, not it's not like
Nah,
that.
I don't think it's all
Oh,
churches.
okay.
I don't
I
want to
want to
speak for
say.
all churches. That specific church, yes.
Hmm.
I mean, not to quiz you on that church or nothing, but being a member, is that one and the same as giving donations? Like, how do you become a member?
Is there like an application or registration?
Uh, basically, like I got baptized, my sister got baptized, my mother, my father got baptized. Um, then it's not like an application. I know you was playing, but it's not like an application. But it's like it's you know what I'm
You got
saying.
to be
You
baptized there or something to be.
yeah, you talk to those people, and it's like you know how they have like the tidings box or the
Mhm.
whatever
The
basket.
money box.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you're a member, you have your name on an envelope that you can put the money in, and they'll know it came from you rather than you just pulling out a crumpled dollar from your pocket or whatever, putting
Mhm.
it in there. So they'll know that you're the one making donations. They'll I think it was like email back in the day or something like that, probably still now. It was a little bit closer knit, so they probably call. Going on the trips, the getaways or whatever, the conferences that they have. You're invited to all that. You're not a member, you don't get no access to none of that stuff. So
Country
yeah.
club vibes.
Yeah, country club vibes.
So how much is a reasonable donation to give to the church? Like
$1.
$1, and
Whatever
they'll
you,
take it up.
But God gonna
They're not
take
gonna cut
$1.
their eye at you and be like,
God gonna take. I mean, they are. They definitely are. But you not like the way I see it is like I'm not here to be conned. You know what I'm saying? I'm here like if you're gonna preach, preach. Don't try to sell me on what you're trying to sell me on to make me want to pour into you financially. You know what I'm saying? If you want to preach to me and you want to make sure that my life is good, make sure my life is good. Like, and just do that. Don't make it like you're saying a stipulation. Like, do I gotta show you my W-2s from the last 8 years or something like that? You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but like I said, this is just only one church I'm talking about for real. So I don't know how the rest of them work. They could be better than that.
You got something else you want to add to that?
I think it's I'm Muslim, so we do 10% of what we make, we give back, and not necessarily to a mosque, but just in general. If you see somebody outside that look like they need it or they ask you for something, you give back.
Oh yeah,
So
I
it's
heard about
10%
that.
of
Yeah, I
your
heard about
salary.
that.
Yeah.
That's walaikum salam, right?
Yes.
Is it
Okay.
was walaikum salam or
No,
Salam alaikum,
Salam-
and then
yeah, what he
you
just said.
answer. I think it's
Walaikum salam. You said it
okay,
right.
yeah.
Walaikum,
Alright.
okay.
Yeah.
So you know like all you know how to
No, what?
like,
Speak Arabic?
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning. But you talking about like the prayers and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm on the first Al-Fatiha. There's 4 other ones that I gotta learn, and I ain't even learned all the first one.
Damn, that's dope.
And you have to you gotta pray like certain times a day, right?
Yeah, 5 times a day.
Yeah, I had a friend like that.
Oh, that's not just during Ramadan?
Nah. I had a friend like if we was doing something and it was I don't want to say a different time. I'll just throw a random time. If it was 2:00, his pops would call Ali, where you at? He gotta go to the crib from wherever we at. Yo, bro, just wait outside like 15 minutes. 15 minutes, brother. What you about to do? I gotta go pray, bro. Just 15 minutes.
Yeah, then you gotta like wash your feet and all types of stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have to face a certain way, right?
Right.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Facts.
crazy.
I know a
Okay,
little
to
bit.
change up the tone. Okay, so boom. No, I just can't. I can't do that.
Go ahead. You about to get?
He wasn't-
I was about to get into. We just talked about church and stuff. I don't know if I can just go.
It's okay. It's cool.
You sure? Let me say a prayer first.
Church people do it every Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, sorry. I can say what I want to say now. Oh, let's start with this one. This one's a lot better. So I see that you said that you were into fashion. So what's a fashion trend that you wish would just be put to rest?
Crocs.
Crocs?
Yeah, those is whack.
But they're so comfortable.
Are they? You got holes in your feet.
Well, I cover them up with the little
The little thing. You
Yeah.
think that does something? though?
gibbets.
You think that?
That's what's called gibbets.
I think so.
You wear those in the rain?
Hell no, that don't make no sense.
Okay.
Wait, what kind of question is that? That's
That-
like saying
that's a-
sandals.
Nah, that you would think. There's a lot of people that wear Crocs no matter what weather. That's why I want them gone.
Oh man, see, all right, I wouldn't Crocs. I don't care about Crocs. Mine would be.
Wait, but I haven't even seen that much people wear Crocs. Why? There's a lot of people in Poughkeepsie wearing Crocs for no reason.
There's a lot. I see a lot of Croc wearing. Like a lot of kids wear Crocs to school. Like a lot of kids
With
wear-
their and this is
with the uniform.
This is why
Oh.
I get upset, right? Because it's one thing, like, if you have sweats on, right? Like, I have a sweatsuit on. This is cool. If I had Crocs, it would be like, oh, he's comfy. I don't like when you get dressed up, females, when you do your makeup and you got your lashes and everything is on point and you done got dressed, nice fly, and then you put on Crocs to finish the fit. That's not cool.
Oh, that's to finish the fit.
That's to finish the fit. Men, too. That's
See,
to
I thought
finish the fit.
I mean, I'll put them on to like wear it while I'm driving because I don't like wearing heels when I'm driving and switch the shoes. But you
Okay.
talking about like wearing it as a whole complete?
They wear it as a whole. And to answer his question, I think, because he
coming for you.
Yeah, he ain't gonna lie. To answer his question, I live in the Bronx now, so that's what I see in the Bronx. I don't see that in the town. Yeah, I see that. I don't see that in Poughkeepsie. I live in the Bronx now, so I definitely see that a lot in the Bronx for a fact.
What's the difference in? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm dead ass. I feel like they're made out of the same material. But what's the difference between Crocs and like those Yeezys? They both got holes in them, right?
Yeah, I don't wear those either.
Those. So you would say the same about those. Like if you seen someone completing the outfit with them.
The Yeezys is to each his own. I just think the Crocs is crazy.
Oh.
Um, I personally don't like Yeezys. I don't like the ones with the holes in them. To answer your question, the other ones that kind of look more and more like sneakers, they're okay. I've seen a couple people they can get away with that. But yeah, Crocs, anything with holes in your shirt, uh, no.
Holes in your shirt, like I get looking all like distressed.
Yeah, not
Okay.
just nah. The stress is cool,
Mm-hmm.
but like if you got like a big hole here, a big hole here, a big hole here, a big hole here, like they starting to come out with a lot of stuff that just look.
Pocket lips is coming. Sorry.
I hope not.
They preparing. So mine would be, I think, tight jeans on men. I don't I don't mind fitted, like, or like something that's, like, but
Yeah.
just like wearing super tight skinny jeans, like the whole like skinny jean thing was,
Nah, I used to do that when the New Boys was out.
yeah, everybody was doing with the new boys. But then I feel like then, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm Jamaicans. I don't. I'm just 'cause I'm Jamaican. I'm Jamaican, but I don't know. I usually see them wearing them
Yeah,
tight
y'all
ass
be
jeans.
tripping.
And y'all. I mean, I'm the.
You have.
Yeah, I'm half, but I didn't put. I don't know what it is. Like, why? I don't know. I don't see how that's comfortable. Like
Spanish
sitting.
men do that too, though.
I don't like how is like sitting gonna be comfortable, doing anything comfortable. If you gotta run, you gotta like pull it up.
When I was younger, it was definitely a lot easier. I say like right now, I won't even try to squeeze into nothing.
Squeeze.
I don't squeezing into nothing. Like
Yeah,
if I'm a 32, I'm not going for a 30 because like you said, it's up here, then it start to hurt on the calf and all that
Mm.
stuff. But yeah, like when I was younger, I definitely did the skinny jeans. But my sister told me that wasn't it, so I
Mm.
dropped it immediately.
Thank you, sis. Okay, so a rapper that I've been wanting to give flowers to is Skilla. Cause like something about him that I really like is that a lot of his music is, like for the females. Like he's been doing a lot of like Bay or what's the other song he got? I don't know, but it's about his female songs, and I
Mhm.
feel like they're empowering. And well, I'm not saying empowering, yeah, empowering because it makes you feel good, and it's not degrading to women where they're disrespecting them.
Yeah.
So, what's another artist you would think about that's doing something similar to that?
Um, I'll say Wolfface Joey again.
Oh,
Um, me, I try not to do that. I think. See, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't really listen to everybody.
okay.
But like you said, Skilla, I can't tell you 3 songs from him. I can't tell you what he looked like, nothing. But I do like like you said, he do that type of music. I do think a lot of more. You're gonna get more from that. You're gonna get more. I don't want to split you on the category, but I got to. So it's females that's gonna listen to them being degraded
Mm-hmm.
and be okay with it, and then there's other females, like you were saying, that are gonna listen to the songs about them being uplifted and be more happier to spend that dollar going to see that person.
Mm-hmm.
I think you always got to think about your long run. It's cool to make those songs, ass shaking songs, whatever for right now. But let's say you 30, 40, your audience has grown with you. I don't think they're gonna want to be shaking ass at 40, 45 at your shows.
I mean, nah, 40 ain't that old.
Versus now, I'm not saying that they not. I'm not saying that they're not gonna want to do it, but you would have a lot more females like yourself to show up to those type of events,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a better representation of the people. In my opinion, that's a better representation for longevity. You think about somebody like Drake, that he'll say, what he says for his party songs and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. But most of the stuff is talking about like his experiences with women. And as you guys grow from 14 to 15 to 16 to 17, from when he came out to 29, 30, 32, y'all still will go back and listen to old Drake because of the
Mm-hmm.
way that he makes you feel and the way like, nah, this is something real. There's not a lot of guys talking like this on a song. There's not a lot of guys showing females appreciation, stuff like that. So I do think it takes you a long way. I'm trying to really give you one more besides Wolfface Joey. I don't want to just
That's
keep
okay.
saying
I don't
him.
think too. I don't want to because I don't know. That's why I asked you to tell me because I don't know. He was the first person that came to my mind when I was thinking of this, like that type of question.
J. Cole.
Okay, J. Cole. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. J. Cole.
Jermaine.
Yeah, that was a good one. Okay, okay, boom. This is low. How do you feel about hickeys?
Not it. Childish.
So what about back then? Were you giving hickeys? Getting
Nah.
hickeys? I always hated hickeys. I don't know if it's just because I'm light skinned and they look very
Probably
unattractive,
because
and I
that's
didn't want people thinking I was fast and all
yeah.
like that. But I don't like it. It looks nasty.
I'll tell a story right now about the hickey. One of my funniest stories in life, man. Men try this at home.
You said try it at home.
Yeah. So boom, I was talking to somebody, right? She probably not gonna see this. She don't like me no more. Yeah, I was talking to somebody, and it was her birthday, like the next day or the day after next, whatever. It don't really matter. A couple of days, and what my friends used to do when we go out is if girls was feeling us or whatever, they used to be like, "Oh yeah, my boy can sing."
Mm-hmm.
Oh really? Can you sing? And I used to just ask what your name is. I used to just sing your name.
Mm-hmm.
So we was doing, one night, whatever the case is. I'm like, yo, it's my shorty birthday tomorrow. I'm gonna just go out, let y'all know I'm going out this and that third. I'll be back. So we went out. Long story short, that same situation happened, and the girl would not leave me alone. Like she was trying. I have a strict rule: no kissing in the club. For all the bros that y'all see this, y'all know what I'm talking about. No kissing in the club.
Kissing in the club like your girl. You can kiss
No,
your
no, no,
girlfriend
no,
in the club.
no. Except if that's your girl, you
Okay.
can kiss her in the club. But if somebody that you just met, don't. Nah.
Yeah, no, you don't want to kiss me.
Yeah. So yeah, she was trying to kiss me,
Mm.
and like I was dodging, even, and she really was like on my body. So I finally was just like, you know what? Just yeah, like I just yo, do what you do right here, and just leave me alone. So I did that, and then that was that. And then I'm like, after the club, I'm like, oh, I gotta go see her tomorrow. And I look, I'm like,
So it wasn't the girl. So it was somebody else that did that.
not my girlfriend. No,
So the girl you had to see the next day wasn't the one sucking on your neck.
nah.
Oh damn.
Greg, give him the tip. I
So
already know.
he's already he ready, no pad and all back there. But nah, like so basically, my cousin's girlfriend at the time, I basically had her do cover up on my neck. Uh, match the skin tone, do all that. We was doing the cold spoon, that was not it. So she basically put cover up on my neck, did it, blended it in, did all that, and I'm looking, I'm like, all right. So then I'm like, okay, because of the birthday, so I took her out. I'm trying to think about like the least lit up places. So took her to like one of them low light places, and we chilling, and we get through the whole night. I'm like, I bet I'm good. And she like, oh, I want to go to Walmart. Now I'm not thinking nothing of it. It's your birthday. I'm not thinking nothing. So I go to the bathroom. Like, all right, yeah, we go to Walmart. We walking, it's bright as hell in Walmart. So we walk down one aisle. I just remember she threw something at me. I just remember, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, what you talking about? What you mean? She's like, and then you had the nerve to put what's it called on it? I'm like, oh man.
Damn, I wonder how maybe because the colors wasn't
was
matching.
Nah, cause she went to go do something. She went to go do something to me, like not in no hurtful way, but just playing around. She went to go do something, and like when she looked at her hands, it's like, nigga, what's this?
Damn.
Yeah, but I got out of it though.
How?
I told her that was her.
Oh. Well.
Mm-hmm. I said, see, that's why I don't really like you kissing on my neck and stuff like that, because you always be leaving me with bruises and this and that and the third, And then, like,
She took that blame?
she was talking to somebody. She wasn't taking it at first. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out her mother, because her mother is great. She loved me from day one. So she wasn't believing that. I guess she started talking to her mother. Then she wrote me like an hour later, like, I'm sorry. Yeah, my mother said this and that and the third. Whatever the mother said, she let it rock. So I got away with it. Still to this day.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
Okay.
spoon and the ice definitely didn't work.
Nah.
What we used to do back then is we used to just like take a hanger, just scratch up our whole neck. Fuck
I
it.
was so told to use a coin and
Yeah.
rub it.
I don't know if that worked, but if you got
I
all
mean, I
scratches,
know it was like little blood vessels things popping up.
Facts, though.
I was like, at least it's gonna look like them. I don't know. It's just the stupid things we try to do. Okay, boom. So I was watching the show, and I thought this question was pretty funny. They wanted to know about people peeing in the shower. Is that something you do or don't do?
why is that funny?
It's random, but it's like I was on a show and it was a question. I was
No,
like,
I think it's a good question, but he just laughed like,
People do that though? Nah, that's why I'm laughing because that's crazy.
yo, you'd be surprised the votes that got for people that pee in the shower. It's like, oh, I'm not getting out to go pee. I'm like, pee before you get in there.
It's probably the same people that pee in the pool.
Ooh.
wait, y'all pee in pools?
You're crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
I barely even go in the pool. I just soak my feet anyways. I don't know how to swim.
I'm talking about a pool with like chlorine though.
That don't matter. That's still a pool. What other pool you talking about?
There's some like freshwater pools that the blow up joints.
You talking about like for the kids?
Adults have them.
Oh yeah, the bigger joints.
Yeah,
Mhm.
stop.
No, I don't know. I don't go in the pool anyway
he
unless I'm
probably
taking
go.
pictures or I'm just like kicking my feet.
I pee in
can't
the
swim.
shower. I do that.
Okay.
That's why you asked me why I laugh. You ain't find it funny, huh?
Yeah,
Wait,
because
but
I go before I have to use it before I go in the shower.
Facts.
I don't understand. Like, why? What's nasty about that? If y'all can help.
What you
like-
mean? All right, so boom. Let me
I don't know. I just don't find it.
let me be Picasso for a minute. So you in the shower.
Bring
right?
the mic closer. Bring the mic closer.
My fault.
That's
Cool. So you in the shower, right? Shower head right there. You lathering up, right? You a man, so you like, all right. Damn, I got piss. All that water's coming right back on your feet, brother. I hope you know that.
Oh,
It's
so
mixing in with the water, yes, and it's
you got
gonna
a
go down.
clogged drain. That's what you talking
No,
about.
no.
You got a clogged drain.
No. What I'm saying is, as soon, so you telling me that you aim for the drain? That's what you do.
Nah.
That's
So
what
what
the
do you
guy
do?
I aim
said
in
on the
that
show. He
area.
said aim for the drain. And I was like, okay, but but it was a majority of people that said that they peed in the shower, and I was just like, wow.
I just think that's crazy.
I just to each his own, but I prefer to go before, and then somebody was like, oh, but once the water hit my body, then I get that sensation, which I understand because if you go in the cold, then all of a sudden nipples get hard, or like you get cold, just like it's just a different body temperature. So
Facts.
I understand, but I don't understand.
All right, wait, hold up. So let me ask this: when you pee, I'm talking to not you. When you pee, do you sit down when you pee, or you stand up?
Me?
Right.
I stand up.
All right, I sit down. However that sounds, but the reason why I do it is when you go home today, and this is for any man listening. Look at the back of your toilet. I guarantee you that it's yellow or there's like piss droplets, and that's how you know if your girl cheating on you too. Like if you sit down all the time, you never leave a droplet, and then you see them droplets, you're like, who the fuck been in here? I'm telling you.
Nah, I feel you. It's just Can I ask you a question without you feeling the type of way though? Was you raised by females or you had both?
Nah,
your
my
parents?
dad.
Okay.
My dad.
Nah, cause I used to do that because my parents divorced. So when I was staying with my mother and my sister, it was just obviously it's just them two females and me. So I used to do that a lot. But my mom's got me out of that habit. It wasn't my pops that got me out of that habit. It was my mom's that got me out of the habit. But like, if I have to do, you know what I'm saying? If I have to do more than one thing, I'm gonna start by sitting down. I'm not gonna start by standing up and then be like, all right, I got what's it called? So let me just sit down right now. Nah. So I get what you're saying too. About like the back, what's it called and stuff like that. But my pops, I wasn't allowed to be like, I wasn't allowed to let stuff linger like that. Like I would get beat if certain stuff wasn't clean the right way. Towels wasn't folded the same way that they were supposed to be folded. By my mother and my father, they wasn't really with any of that. They was both correctional officers, so they was pretty strict.
Okay, so do you put the toilet seat down after you done?
Yeah.
Oh, that used to piss me off.
He lying. I bet he lying.
I hate coming in the bathroom. It'd be like
He said
late
he
at night,
lying.
especially like when I have my contacts. Yeah, I'm coming in there blind as hell. I'm gonna go sit down, and then the seat's not there. I used to get so mad.
Look, and that's a benefit if you're a man and you got a partner. If you sit down and you pee, because you don't got to worry about putting the seat down. It's already down.
You
Come
don't
on
gotta
now.
get cussed out. Because trust me, that used to be a pet peeve of mine. I used to hate that shit. And I hate wet rugs. You know when you step in the shower and then
What you gonna do about that?
I dry my feet before I get out the shower.
What's the point of having the
Facts.
rug then?
Facts.
I don't know because it feels soft when I get out, but I wipe my feet before I get out the shower. Like when
Yeah.
my daughter got out the shower, like I'm teaching her to wipe your feet after because I hate walking in there. Especially I like wearing socks or I'll just walk around. I'm like, what the fuck,
Wet
man?
feet.
Like
Wet
feet be
feet
all,
not it.
yeah, it's not it. Like I hate that. That's a big pet peeve of mine.
Wet feet not it.
With the bathroom, big pet peeve. What's a pet peeve of yours?
Wet tissue.
Wet tissue.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Like toilet tissue?
Like wet tissue. Like I never had a problem with it until my brother. Like I think he really scared me straight. Like he used to be on some like if it was right here, like all right, let's say we got to clean something, right? Let's say the tissue is wet though. He can't touch it. He can't look at it. He can't like he'll throw up.
Hmm?
Throw up. Like he can't be around it. So I remember one of the times we was in a bad living situation. Me and him was living together, and we had to clean the crib from top to bottom. Like the person's crib we was living in, had to clean it from top to bottom. And I just remember him throwing up, and him throwing up made me throw up, and mold and all this other stuff. And like when he was talking about the wet tissue, it just started making my skin crawl and other stuff like that. But pet peeves, so wet tissue, I don't like open cabinets. Like you know how like if you like open something, like you going to get a paper towel, not paper towel, you're going to get a paper plate or something like that, and like you leave the cabinet open. For some reason, I don't like that. I just feel like it's unfinished business over there. You gotta,
It's unfinished.
yeah, you gotta close that. Yeah, I don't really got too many pet peeves. I don't like when people play with my intelligence. That's like a really huge pet peeve of mine. Like when people assume that I'm not as smart or I can't articulate because of the way I'm dressed or the way that I look. I like that really like pisses me off. I ain't gonna lie. Like that really gets me tight. My mother, my father, and my sister always told me pride my intelligence. So when I feel like my intelligence is being played with, now I feel like you think I'm stupid. That's a pet peeve. Some animals, I hate rats. Like I'm
too.
scared though. Like rat walk in here right now, I promise you'll see the fastest man alive from here to where I just came in from. Like that's how bad it is with those.
So you should go get the snake.
It's over there somewhere. Wait, is it all rodents?
He looking at me like,
Is it all rodents or just rats? Like you good with mice?
Nah, mice, hell no.
is the
Mice,
squirrel part of that family too?
squirrels is cool.
Yeah, it's
They part of the rodent family?
Yeah, squirrels is cool.
Squirrels is cool.
Yeah, I just can't like. And again, like my brother scared me straight. He used to tell me like he's scared of squirrels. He grew up in Brooklyn. He's scared of squirrels.
Them
Like,
squirrels probably different out there.
he's
That's why.
scared. I don't know what it is about squirrels, but he's in the crib. He see a squirrel, he's in the crib. He see a squirrel, he's back in the car. He see a squirrel, he's going as far away as possible.
Damn, that gotta be tough because
And
there's
he
squirrels
was-
everywhere.
Yeah, he was telling me like, yo, they're really just rats, but they're just athletic rats. And I'm like, as I start looking at them, you know, like you look at something, like you ever look at a possum?
Them shit's ugly for real.
You look at it like I've never been scared of a possum until I looked at it in his face. Like it's like, oh nah, that's wild. Like you said, that's wild, ugly, that's nasty looking. Nah, I gotta get up out of here. I don't know what you got. So like a squirrel, I'm not scared of a squirrel, but I can't look at a squirrel for more than 5 seconds in his face. Like if
So you
he's
wouldn't
just
feel
sitting there
bad
like
running
that,
it over?
nah.
Oh shit.
Nah.
Bro.
I try to get up out the way, but you know what I'm saying? If he was in the street for whatever he was trying to get, he got to make it back home.
All right.
Wait, real quick. Is that the same? So if you was to see like a very ugly person, do you feel that same way? Like with the possum, like you can't look at them?
We looked at the camera.
Nah, like
He's trying to have a very political answer.
nah, cause I ain't gonna lie. I laugh at ugly people. It sounds so crazy, but like I really do. Like if you, it depends on what type of ugly you are though. Like if you ugly and you can't dress like and you came out looking crazy, that's you know what I'm saying. I gotta get my laugh on. You know, I feel like you came outside for me. you know, but nah, like I just try to let everybody do what they do. But if it's like you can't be ugly and mean though. Like you can't be ugly and mean. You can't be ugly.
Don't be the
and
meanest ones.
but you can't be ugly and stink. Like it's just certain combinations that you can't have like together.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
agree.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can be pretty with a little bit of an attitude, but if you ugly, that attitude, like, bitch, who you talking to? You feel so?
Yeah.
The same thing. They say the same thing about us. They say, yo, y'all can't look good and smell bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. You feel me? There's certain combinations that just don't go together. So nah, I don't got no problem with ugly people. They bring, they brighten my day.
All right, so right now, Soprano is going to pick out a card from my deck of questions, and I hope you got a good one.
You laughing?
Yeah.
Is it a good one?
Yeah, I mean it's good, but it's really only one answer for me. It's only one answer that anybody in this seat that look like me can say.
Okay, so read the question and then answer it.
If you could witness any historic speech, which one would you choose? I Have a Dream, Martin Luther King.
Okay, it's very.
I don't know any other speeches.
That's the only one I thought about too.
That's why I'm laughing. Like, I don't really only got one answer though. Like, that's crazy.
All right, let me pick one for you.
All right.
I put the ones that I liked up top. I cheated a little bit.
I give this one back.
Damn, you good thing you reminded about them things.
Yeah,
man.
I seen you had it.
Yeah. Read that one.
What's the most delicious meal you've ever had?
I seen you made a interviewed. I don't know how long ago, but I seen the interview. You listed a whole lot of shit when he said he only asked for you can only have one meal for the rest of your life. You listed mad shit.
Yeah, the diet came straight after that. Nah, it's actually a place in Connecticut. Yeah, I'm about to go there after this. I don't know what it's called. What's it called?
It's in Bridgeport. Okay.
Yeah, fire. When I tell you, like, that's probably the best food I've had in a minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
So y'all got something over here.
Yeah.
Go hit up Thelma's in Bridgeport.
Can you just explain what you get though? I know you say soul food.
Oh, my fault. Garlic palm wings, mac and cheese, candied yams.
That's exactly what he said in the thing. That's exactly what he said. And he added some other stuff too. I forgot. You said salmon. He said baked salmon. I'm like, damn, did he just?
At least he telling the truth. He consistent.
Yeah, he is. All right, that's dope. All right.
Facts.
So thank you for tuning. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank
I had
you.
a great time. I hope you did too.
Facts.
And also tell everybody how was the show? Give us a rate.
It's 9.9.
Okay.
I like the show. Y'all didn't ask me no weird stuff. I didn't
try
feel
not to.
no weird energy when I came in the room from either of you. I really do like that. To put it on a serious note for a little bit, I know we got to be out. Me being from upstate does kind of affect how people treat me. They don't really take me as seriously as they do if I were to say I was born and raised in the Bronx or if I was born and raised in Brooklyn. And that's probably true for every state. Probably got that little divide of areas. So I do appreciate that you guys showed me the utmost respect when I came here, and just it was good vibes. Everybody was laughing and stuff like that. So I do appreciate that. So 9.9, y'all get the 9.9. Y'all don't get the extra 0.1 because somebody was over there peeing in the shower. So
Sitting down with that pee.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, so make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share, and also tune into Soprano Major, and lock in.
Thanks.